Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. Today I am filming the books I got for Christmas, little haul thing. So I do this every year the day after Christmas where I open all the books I got and then I film a little video of the things I got. This year very few books compared to other years, not that I'm complaining, but it's actually because I'm missing a few. Some didn't arrive with my friend and others are like late, so postage stuff. Not that again I'm complaining, I'm just saying that there's more presents I actually have gotten that won't be covered here in this haul. So if any of my friends are watching and they're like, why didn't you put my book in there? Well, it's because I haven't gotten it yet, and I will put it in my next haul, which will probably have a few Christmas presents in that one as well. But here I'm just gonna have the ones I gotten. Obviously I could have waited filming this video, but I like to film it the day after Christmas and have it up like 2 days after, because I don't know, it's just, it makes me feel good. So I'm just gonna roll ahead and do it anyway. And obviously I have a bunch of books that I haven't hauled that I have gotten recently as well. They won't be in this video because it will be in like my haul video. So in that you have everything that I hauled since my last haul, as well as some Christmas presents, which will probably be up in the beginning of January or something. But yeah, let's just get started with this haul. First we have the 2 books I got from my friend Frida. We first have Silver and a Knifeful by Ranger Paco. This one I think, is it an adult? Is it just like in my mind it was one? And I think it has like poly vampires. I am not 100% sure, but I was very excited when it was announced and now I finally have it and can read it. I have the US cover and I think it's very cool and I'm very excited to get to it whenever that is. She also got me Blood Marked by Tracy Dion. And can we talk about how these 2 covers match in aesthetics and covers without like being in the same thing at all, but like they literally have the exact same colors and I thought it was really funny. This is obviously the sequel to Legendary, is that what it's called? Legendborn. I don't know why it's a Legendary, it's called Legendborn, and I really liked it. Been very excited to get this. I don't know why I didn't get it myself at once. I think it was just very expensive and I was just like, I will wish it for Christmas instead. For free though, got the expensive book, but either way, very excited to read this when I get to it. Now they're actually out in like the normal UK paperback thing. Could have got them much cheaper, but they weren't at the time, I think, when the series came out. So I'm just stuck with buying the expensive ones. Then I wished for A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson, which I got from my cousin. And I've been hearing really good things about this series. I think a lot of people say it starts as YA and then it goes into like more adult and everyone says they're so hooked and like it's everything. And I really enjoy, you know, like True the Devious. Didn't love when it was lying, but I only tried one book by that author, so I think I would try the other ones to see if I would enjoy them more, since that was like the first book and everything. And I feel like I can enjoy this. I feel like it could go either way. It can be really engaging and cool, but then I could be really bored. But I also like, you know, Sadie by Courtney Summers, so like I kind of have enjoyed YA thriller mystery things, and hopefully this will be good. So now I have the first one. I've been hearing so many things about it, now I want to read it. Also from my cousin I got City of Giants by Robin Hobb. This is book 3 in the Rainwild Chronicles, so this is the 4th series in Realm of the Elder Rings, and I don't know if you can see that, you can probably see it, I have 1 and 2, don't have 3, and that's why I wish for 3, so I can actually continue the series. And I kind of want to complete it in 2023, so that's why like I'm buying them up now. These are so shorter than the others, which is really weird. But yeah, I just finished the series before, very ready to start this and be very emotional and cry. So really glad I wish for it. On the same note, for my aunt, I got Blood of Giants, which is, you know, the 4th book in the same series, and I'm very excited to start it. And I will have this whole series as well. I wished for the next one, which is also the last one in the Realm of the Elder Rings, from my other friend, but they are not here yet. So like I should have, I think, almost all books in the series except the last one, which I will get myself. And then also from my aunt, I got I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. This is the only Alice Oseman book that is full length that I'm missing. I am also missing the 2 novellas, but I will get those as well. And yeah, I haven't read, you know, all of the novels I'm looking over. No, I haven't read this one and Solitaire, but I have enjoyed all of the ones I read by the author, and I'm just very excited to read all of them. They write in contemporary such a way that I really adore, so I'm very excited to read this. And then for my sister, I got The Memory of Souls, which is book 3 in A Curse of Dragons series. I have read 1. I own 2 but haven't read it yet, and then I have 3, and I really want to read this series, the whole thing, next year, so that's why I now have book 3. I don't know what else to say. Then I have No Gods and No Monsters by Cadwell Turnbull. So this is the same author as, what was it called? The Last Sons by the same author, which was like aliens invading the islands, and it was just so good and interesting. I don't actually know what this is about. It's something to do with a monster coming out and start killing people, and I'm just very excited for it. So babe got me this, did I say? I don't remember. And I'm just very excited because the first one, the debut by author, was amazing. I think that was debut, so I'm very excited to see what this will entail. Then I got 5 books from Erica, as well as the advent calendar, which I might also show quickly after. But these are the 5 books I got for Christmas Eve, and all of them are for a vlog that I will hopefully do in the beginning of next year, but we shall see. So we have All the White Spaces by Ali Wilkins. I actually don't know the plot for any of these. Not that I usually do, but I definitely don't for these. Like, I haven't read the synopsis. I don't want to. I don't need to. They're all, I think some of them I probably will have picked up myself, but some of them are also like very much different from my taste, and I'm very curious to see what I will think about them. And then we have Tender is the Flesh by Agustina Basterica. I think it's a thriller. If everyone was eating human meat, would you? That's the first sentence. I feel like some of these books are going to be too smart for me, but I am nonetheless very excited to try them out. Then we had The Collected Schizophrenics by Asma Weijin Wang. And then I thought this was a classic because it looks like, you know, a classic from the cover and stuff. And then I checked the release date and it says it's like released in 2019. So I don't know, I just thought it was a classic. Again, very curious to see. I feel like this is definitely going to be too smart for me, but we shall see. Then we have White Oleander by Janet Fitch. Again, looks really good, smart and cool. I thought that for a moment that the cover had ripped up there, but it was just part of the art. That's hilarious, but it's fine. And then the last I got for Erica was After the Flood by Cassandra Montag, and this one has a really pretty and interesting cover. And again, very curious to see what those 5 books will hold. Hopefully, sorry, I keep talking when I'm not in frame, it will be ready for January, but we shall see. Then also, as a Christmas present, I got a whole of the Devabard Trilogy. I actually know the name of the trilogy, but I don't know how to pronounce the word. Devabard. That's how I would say, but I know that's not how you pronounce it. It's the whole trilogy, and Aslo got me this, my lovely friend, and this is again the whole trilogy. I have read the first one, and then I never continued because I wanted it physically, because I read the first one on Kindle, and I would say I wouldn't love it, but also I was in a weird headspace when I read it. But I'm very curious to see still, like, if I would enjoy the rest of the series. I know it's very well beloved. Hopefully I will fall more in love as I read on. I just had some like issues with the first one, but I still hope I will enjoy it nevertheless, and I'm very excited. They look amazing. I'm very grateful, so thank you also for getting me this amazing Christmas present where I have all 3 of them. So hopefully I will get to those. I was gonna say next year, but who actually knows, to be honest. And that is actually like all the books I got for Christmas that I have here right now. But then I also have my advent calendar where I have opened them, like, not every day in my advent calendar because we also got some weird stuff in there from Erica, but I have books I got there as well, and I thought that I might as well just show it to you here. So first we have Kvitebjørn by Maja Lunde, which is like the White Bear, which is like retelling of a fairy tale told in like comic format for Norwegian children. And I actually read some of this with my nephew yesterday, and he seems to really enjoy it, but I didn't get to finish it. So I wanted to read it on Christmas Eve, and I got to read like half with my nephew. Then I got House of Always by Jen Lyons. This is the 4th book in the Course of Dragon series, so I knew I was going to get the 3rd one, so I also got the 4th one in the calendar. Now I'm just missing the 5th and final one, so then I'm good. Then we have You Will Be a Death of Me by Karen Ann McManus. This is one of the books by this author, and as I said earlier, I read One of Us Was Lying, didn't love it, but just see how I feel about the author's other books, because I have some of them now. Then we have Homebody by Ruby Kaur, which is like the newest poem collection that the author has released. I read the 2 first ones and I do enjoy them. I think they are good in their own way, and I did want to read this one as well. Then we have Death Note Volume 1, The Black Addiction. So this is actually has Volume 1 and 2 in one, and I actually read this many years ago. It's the first manga I ever read, and I don't own them, so now I have the first one of these, and I am planning to buy the rest of these. I always wanted these editions, never got them. I always just wanted this manga in general, never got it, but now I finally have the first one, and I think it really was time. Then we have The Darker Forest by Cixin Liu, and this one is the second book to the Remembrance series. I don't actually remember the name of the series itself. I was trying to find it, but I can't find it. And the first book is called The Three-Body Problem, which I have somewhere behind me in my shelf, and I, you know, never continued the series. I read it on my Kindle. Very excited to read this and finish up the series eventually at some point. I don't actually know if this matches my edition, but like they got like 14 new covers, so I don't bother thinking about it. Then I have The School for Good and Evil, A War Without Princess, which is the second book in the series. So I read the first one, really enjoyed it. Do want to read the whole series, and I was gonna say enjoy them. So yeah, gonna continue this. I don't have that much more to say about the books because that's just how I roll. So I just decided I need all Ginger Eater books. So I got at least one in the advent calendar, which is Sensor. And it's like one of the shorter ones, but I'm just very excited. It's just, they are so weird. I only read Uzumaki, but it was just amazing. It was like one of the best things I ever read. So I just need to read all. I made a wish list. I think I'm only missing like 30 some of them. Because I literally own 3 now, so there's that. Now here I have Book Lovers and Beach Read, which is the 2 Emily Henry books, romance books that I don't have. And I read You and Me on vacation. I did enjoy it. I do want to read this because sometimes I'm actually in a mood for a romance or just something without brain cells to read. So I got them, okay, or I wished for them from my advent calendar. And now I have all the ones that are out. And also, can we just talk about how seriously similar the cover are, that like seriously. And then we have An Artist of the Floating World by Kazuo Ichiguro. I do just want to read all of the author's books. I read one. I have one, I read one. So this was the next one to read. Yay. And then we have The Bridge Kingdoms by Danielle G. Jensen, which I just seen a lot around. And I just know, what if you fall in love with the one you were sent to the story? Well, we shall see what happens. I think they were bang, but... And then we have My Mechanical Romance by Alex Farrell Falmouth, which is also the author of The Atlas 6. She's like a cute little contemporary. All the books just fell. I caught them before they actually fell, but they all just tipped over. This is a crisis. No! No! They're all on the floor now. I don't bother dealing with that. And then we have The Wind Up Bird Chronicle, which is the next Murakami I need to buy. I have a few before. I still haven't read. Okay, a few. I think I have one I haven't read before this. But I've been reading myself through all of Murakami for the last few years. And they're weird, but they're kind of enjoyable. Like, it's a weird type of style of story, but you kind of get used to it, and then you quite enjoy it. And the last one I got in my advent calendar was Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 12, which is the latest one. Didn't even know this was out, but here I have it. Very excited to finally get to this one. I mean, I am going to read 1 of 4 really soon, so... It's far away, but at least I am prepared, right? And yeah, that was all the ones I got in my advent calendar, all the ones I got for Christmas. I usually don't show the advent calendar ones in this video, but I would just thought like, why not? But yeah, again, another haul will be coming for all the books I got recently. There's like a whole huge pile beside me of books I got recently, and then also of course the rest of the stuff that is coming. And yay, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a present on my video down below if you enjoyed this. You shall see me soon in a new video. Check out my page down below if you want to support my channel further, and you shall see me soon. Bye.